Hi everyone, I'm JD from Milliband Journals, and I'm excited to start working on my next Daphne's Diary journals. I'm using the #1 edition from this year, 2023, and I'm going to start with making the covers. Love this cover, love the blue especially, blue being my favourite colour. Of course, I'm drawn to this, and I really love the Polaroid, the black and white Polaroid on the back cover. That's very cool. So yep, I just go straight in and rip off the covers, and then I'll be going through that magazine later on to choose the feature pages. I'm going to start with the front cover, and I like using the top part of the magazine cover where it says Daphne's Diary to be the feature of the front cover. So I don't measure anything, I just kind of fold it where I like how it sits, and I like catching that bird there and the top of that tag. So that's where I'm going to place my fold. I could place it further up and make a giant cover if I wanted, and I have done that in the past, but I just liked the design of it here. Just seeing the very top of that tag, that's really cool. So just going to fold that there, and I will trim off the excess. And yeah, love that blue background. You've got the words, you've got the bird, there's a little feature there, and that will set the tone or the theme for the journal. So the journal is going to have a lot of blue pages in it, and the journal is going to have a lot of birds in it. So as I went through the magazine, I was looking for all of the pages that had birds on them, and I put all of those bird pages into this particular cover. So I'm just going to trim down the top part there, and yeah, there is my front cover. Super simple, super easy, love it. Just a reminder, you can't sell anything that uses Daphne's Diary in it due to copyright, but they make wonderful personal journals. I've made myself 2 this year, and they also make wonderful gifts. I had a collection of 12 journals, and I've sent them all out now in surprise orders as a little freebie or extra, and to some of my patrons just to thank them. And yeah, all 12 of those are gone now, so that's good. It's freed up a bit of my space, and now once those 12 are gone, I was like, okay, now I'm ready to make the next set of journals. So now I'm just grabbing the back cover and folding it over so that the Polaroid shows on the front, and that can be my feature image on the front of this cover. Then I will trim off the excess, and this cover, like the back cover of the magazine, I ended up making 2 journal covers out of. So I could have made, a super tall, long journal if I wanted, but I thought, let's go with getting 2 covers out of this one cover. So just kind of playing around with where I want it. And when I open it up, I can see that there's sort of some grid lines, and you can see there's already some decorative elements on the inside cover, so that's telling me where to cut it on the inside so that I'm not cutting in the middle of any image. And I'm just going to go right in between these 2 images so that when you open up these 2 covers of your journal cover, you're going to see something nice on the inside of the cover as well. So I'm conscious of not only looking good on the outside, but looking good on the inside. And in particular, this one, I'm actually going to flip over. And I could have used the blue as a nice cover, but I really like that picture on the back, and I like having the words, Daphne's name there on the front. So those are my 3 covers. They're all very, very different sizes, different looks to them, but I love that they're unique and they've all got a different sort of theme happening to them. That middle one's a bit more vintage and focus more on people and the little girl. And now I'm just going to prepare my covers a little bit by adding some masking tape down the middle of the spine, just to reinforce it a little bit extra, give it a tiny bit more, sturdiness. If you want to make it super sturdy, obviously you can use some fabric or lace or paper to cover that up, and you might want to cover up the inside and the outside if you want. I've had Daphne's Diary journals I've made myself, and I just use washi tape or masking tape down the center, and that's enough for me. If it does start to split, I can just add masking tape on the outside later on, or add a bit of fabric later on. I'm not fast with that type of thing. I've had 2 personal journals though, and they've held up. I haven't had to restructure them or anything. And so the next 2 journals that I made for myself this year, I just made them the exact same way. But if you are worried and you want it to be, not breaking up at the seam, at the crease, you can cover that up on both sides. But like I said, I've got my 2 journals, and I'm not fast with my completed ones. It kind of cracks, if that makes sense, like not all the way through, but the paper sort of cracks, but I don't mind at all with my ones. But just a note for you, if you're like, hang on, I don't like this cracking, that's all good. Just cover it up with lace, fabric, paper, or tape on the outside as well. And yeah, those are my 3 covers. Love how they look, and I'll be back later on and share how I choose my feature pages, get my blank pages ready, arrange them, and make up the rest of these journals. I hope you enjoy this series, and let me know if you're following along in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.